Hey, my people. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time, then welcome. Thank you for checking me out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on videos we got coming at you. And if you like what you see, go ahead and leave a like or a comment. So today we are going to be doing marbles. We got 5 ways to do marbles. So let's get right into it. So we got our tips out and our palette. I'm going to be using some Makartt colors today. We have Peachtree, Madarin, Tanager, and Peacock. And for our first marble, we are just going to spread the colors out on our palette and strips of each color next to each other. And I'm kind of putting a lot down because I'm going to use this same palette later for another marble. And if you're wondering what nails I have on, these are the nails I did for Las Vegas. And on my other hand, my left hand, I did have a mishap. So the pinky is messed up, so don't look at it. But there we used some Blossom Gel. We are going to use Blossom Gel, or it's also called Blooming Gel, for this effect. So we can put on a nice layer of the Blooming Gel, or Blossom Gel. Y'all can't see me doing air quotes. Blossom Gel. And I'm just using a striper brush here, and I'm just going to dip in one color and just brush it across any way you like. I usually like to do it across, but if you want to do zigzags or have the colors fade into each other, however you want to do it. But you see, as you put them down, they'll start to bloom or blossom and spread. So I'm just dipping in the pink now, and then the lighter green, and just streaking it on the nail and letting the Blossom Gel kind of make them blossom and bloom into each other. We're going back and forth with different colors, and like I said, you can do this however you want to lay down the colors. I just like the look of it doing like that. And then you can swirl it together if you like. You know, some people like to swirl from the top to the bottom. You know, whatever ends up fitting you the best on how you want your marble to look. So I decided I needed more green here, light green. And then we just let it blossom a little bit more. And it will keep on blossoming or blooming until you cure it. And a big thing is when you put on the Blooming Gel, you don't cure it. Don't cure the Blooming Gel until after you put on your colors. Then you can cure it. And here's our finished result of that one. We did top coat that. So our next one, we already started out with a green base down, and I just call this kind of the plopping method, because we are just plopping on each color from the bottle. And make sure before you put your colors back in the bottle that you wipe them down. And I'm using a striper brush again, and we are just going to swirl these through here. And this one I just like to do as a swoosh down the middle. On one design I did it, you know, diagonally, then I did it straight down the middle of the nail before. However you like to do it. Again, you know, marble isn't perfection, it's whatever you end up doing. So I'm taking the green, the light green, and I'm kind of pulling out the colors of the marble. I'm trying to make it kind of look like it's blossoming out into the rest of the color. You see how it pulls a bit of that middle marble out? See, pulling out, pulling it out, pulling it out. Just a little bit pulling it out. It makes it kind of look like it's smoky or like a bleeding paint blotch kind of. Smoking it out, pulling it out. And we're just going to pull a little bit more. And I just like the effect of that when it goes down the middle. And then of course after this, we're going to wipe our brush before we put it back in our bottle. And here is how the second marble looks after it's been top coated. This is my favorite marble, actually. And this third effect is another marble. We got our palette again. We're gonna use a flat brush after we've laid down all of our colors and just swoop it across those colors flat. And then we just tip the brush and let it slide off the brush, off of the top. Now we're not gonna flip the brush upside down and smear the color. We just swoop across those colors, flatten our brush, swoop across those colors, so all those colors pile up on the top of our brush, and then we just let it fall off the edge, just smooth off the edge. And there it creates this one is kind of like a trippy vibe to me. Kind of like 70s-ish vibe. And then you can go ahead and tilt it to the side to get some more of that gel paint off. And then we can flatten our brush and do another run through our colors. And let it slide off of the tip. Slide it on off of the nail. And there we go, slide it on off. Let's see if you got all area covered, and just tip to the side, slide the rest of it off. And that is our number 3. Our third effect, like I said, more of a trippy kind of look to me. And that's how we look top coated for our third marble. Now our fourth marble, we're going to use those that we put down the stripes. I got my tip here, and we're just going to drag it through just to blend some of it. But we're going to do kind of the same as we did the last one. Flatten our brush, swipe it through, but instead of letting it fall off the tip, we're going to flip it upside down and smear it across. And then we're going to go through again, flip the brush upside down, and then smear it across. And you see it gives a different effect than the last one. The last one kind of makes more solid kind of blotches, and this one kind of marbles them kind of more together. It's kind of more of a messy marble, where the other marble is more together, you know. The colors aren't so, the colors are more separated than they are bleeding together with this marble. This actually is the marble I see a lot of people do, but honestly, it's my personal least favorite. I don't know if it's because I'm not the greatest at it, or, you know, I don't know, but it's not my favorite. But we're just gonna show it here, so you guys maybe will be better at it than I am and come out with a better marble. But that is that technique of that marble. And we top coated it, and that's what it looks like top coated. It's kind of like if you do levels of sand in a jar, that's what it looks like to me. Like those layers of sand, different colors, and how they would look in a jar, if that makes any sense. This is my second favorite marble here. This is our fifth. We are going to use some ink, gel ink, and we already started out with our light green color, and it's all cured, and then we do the ink on top of it. And now with the ink, you don't need to cure it, it dries itself. So to actually move around the color, you dip your brush in acetone. You see, this brush is dipped in acetone, and then you use it to kind of push around the colors as you like to. And the more and more you kind of push around the colors and you kind of erase colors in different spaces, you'll see at the beginning you're like I was here, like, ugh, this is looking like a mess. But as more and more that you're able to kind of push around the colors with the acetone, you'll see that you're starting to form veins that will look like marble. And then you can push and define those veins. You see here I'm going to define a vein here on the side. Right there, I'm trying to work that vein to make it more defined by putting more acetone on and pushing and kind of accentuating the veins that I want to show. And then still leaving little veins in the back to make it look more marbly. So you see we got that vein coming across I just defined. And we're defining a little vein down here towards the bottom. See here, we're going to push some of that to the side to more define the veins. And now this is where I can start to get more happy. Like, okay, this is starting to look more like the marble that I wanted it to be. But there's some here at the bottom because I kind of removed too much. And don't worry, you can always just put on more of the marble, of the ink, and then push it how you want it to be. So we're going to redefine some veins down here at the bottom. Pushing it to where I want it to be with the acetone on my brush. I'm trying to figure out which way that I want this vein to go. So we're going to have it take out some of that on the side here. And let's stop. There we go. We got our last marble and I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it came out nice. And there we go. We got it all top coated. And there's our final marble. So here we go. We got all 5 of our different marble techniques. And like I said, some marbles work better for different people. The ones that are my favorite might not be your favorite. You might love the other techniques, but here are just 5 that I use. There are a plethora more that you can test out to see what works for you. So I want to thank you all for watching. My voice, I know it sounds a little jacked right now. I just got back from Las Vegas. I was screaming like crazy, but I still had to get that video out for y'all. So just excuse my man voice, please. But again, thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button, leave a like or a comment. And as always, kindness is key. Be who you be and dream big. Bye-bye.